4-minute intro of Underdog. I know I made shorts, but I'll redo them as this time in a 4-minute video. Of course, the intro to Underdog, Losing Pictures presents. Now, I have actually never seen the Underdog cartoon. I actually didn't even know what the heck this movie was actually based on a cartoon until I found out it was. Now, strangely enough, I don't think the original cartoon was actually on by Disney. I don't think it was. I don't think so. I don't know. Not sure if it was. If it was, I don't know. Now, this movie, of course, came out. It came out in 2007 and it was directed by of course, it had Jason Lee as the voice of Underdog, as well as Alex. I forgot his name. As well, it also had John Slattery. I believe that it is John Slattery. I don't know. I think I swore I found it was John Slattery. But this movie also had Peter Dinklage, Patrick Warburton, Jim Belushi, and who, by the way, is an actor I honestly can't think of anything that he's been in recently. Honestly, I think the last Nola thing, he was in some. Jim Belushi is like one of those actors that rarely ever gets movie roles anymore. I don't know if it's because he's like been blacklisted by Hollywood or something. I'm guessing he probably just I'm guessing he just probably doesn't really care about Hollywood anymore. Honestly, I don't blame him. This movie also had minor roles from Michael Massey, Brad Garrett, and Taylor Momsen and Amy Adams. It's quite here's where you get the SWAT team arriving. So as you can see, I believe it's actually Tim Blake Nelson in a cameo right there. Yeah, I believe it's actually Tim Blake Nelson making a very brief cameo. I think it is Tim Blake Nelson making a cameo. I don't know. But I think it is. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is actually Tim Blake Nelson in a very brief cameo. Tim Blake Nelson, as everyone knows, he of course played the leader in the Incredible Hulk. He also had a small part in Minority Report. And he was also in Holes. Does anyone here remember Holes? This movie came out in 2007. But to be honest, not a whole lot of people really remember. I don't think a whole lot of people remember this movie. If anyone does remember this movie, it's probably not for the reasons that people. This movie isn't really fondly remembered. Excuse me. Excuse me. You see him. I wasn't exactly the best dog on the force. In fact, I was probably the worst. The ham was just the latest of my mistakes. Like the time I chewed that extension cord and it was still plugged in. Or when I met that cute poodle and turned out to be a guy. Hard to feel destined for greatness when you keep messing up. But destiny's a funny thing. It'll creep up on you when you least expect it. Gotcha. Last one for you. This movie came out in 2007. It was meant to launch a franchise, but it never became the launch of the big franchise that it was meant to be. It was meant to get a sequel, but the sequel never happened. Mainly because this movie just didn't really pull in the big enough numbers for Disney to invest in turning this into a franchise.